This is the audio log of engineer Sam Harding, dated April 5th, 2145. I have just completed repairs on the magnetic locks and have significantly reprogrammed the pressure sensors on the monorail systems. My fellow engineers and I are confident that the accident of last week will never happen again. The accident should never have happened in the first place. The internal sensors led the computers to believe that there was a vacuum inside the vehicle. Unfortunately, the computer decided that the only way to fix this pressure discrepancy was to open all doors in an attempt to equalize pressure with the outside. In going over 15,000 lines of code today, I can see no reason for this tragic event to
Environmental
occur.
Reprocessing Center.
Somehow,
Next stop,
logs
Site
show that
2.
the discrepancy is clear as day.
Who are you?
Honestly, this
What are
looks
you
to
doing?
me like another case of a solid system going to hell in a handbasket. I'm confident that the layers of protection I added to the code today will prevent any such occurrences from happening again. I'm off to meet engineer Jim Torben at the access doors to the Delta Complex platform to try and troubleshoot a faulty track sensor that's been causing the door to stick.
I was waiting here on the train for my partner. He went to investigate what was going on, but he never came back.
In the event of an emergency
I don't know where he is.
MARSEC will be dispatched
I don't know what the
immediately for
hell's
your
going
safety.
on.
Have a nice
But
day.
I bet it has to do with those artifacts we were digging up at
Now
Site 2.
entering Site 2.
I bet they're somehow connected with those things in the Delta Complex.
Warning, airlock malfunction. Please contact engineering to facilitate repairs. Thank you, and have a nice day.
Destroy all who oppose me.
Now leaving Environmental Reprocessing Center. Next stop, Site 2.
Who are you? What are you doing? I was waiting here on the train for my partner. He went to investigate what was going on, but he never came back. And now I don't know where he is. I don't know what the hell's going on. But I bet it has to do with those artifacts we were digging up at Site 2. I bet they're somehow connected with those things in the Delta Complex.
Remember, safety first. Please do not exit the vehicle without wearing proper environmental protection. In the event of an emergency stop, MARSEC will be dispatched immediately for your safety. Have a nice day. Now entering Site 2. Warning, airlock malfunction. Please contact engineering to facilitate repairs. Thank you, and have a nice day.
Destroy all who oppose me.
Engineering, please report to Site 2 access ramp. Airlock malfunction detected. Engineering, please report to Site 2 access ramp. Airlock malfunction detected.
This is the audio log of Charles Hollis, EAP Director, dated September 5th, 2145. In order to conserve current life support resources, effective October 1st, 2145, the Council has made a decision that all environment processors be brought offline in the general area of Site 2. Tomorrow, I will be sending out emails to all team leaders asking for an update on their asset relocation program to Site 3. We feel that we have unearthed enough useful material as it pertains to the project from Site 2, and choose to now devote resources in the exploration of Site 3. End log recording. Engineering,
please report to Site 2 access ramp. Airlock malfunction detected. Engineering, please report to Site 2 access ramp. Airlock malfunction detected. Engineering, please report to Site 2 access ramp. Airlock malfunction detected. Engineering, please airlock security override enabled. Airlock malfunction detected. Now leaving Site 2. Next stop, Delta Complex. Engineering, please report to Delta Complex access ramp. Track sensor failure detected.
destroy him.
Warning, automated turret guns online. 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 Attention, automated turret guns offline. Emergency power only. All Delta operations suspended.
This is the audio log of Robert Price, Delta Operational Director in charge of personnel, recruitment, evaluation, and placement. Assignment of engineers to the lower Delta labs has become almost impossible. In 6 months, we've gone from a volunteer surplus to a critical deficiency of qualified personnel willing to accept assignment. Increases in both pay and benefits have done little to help this situation. Through exit interviews as well as the weekly Delta medical brief, it's become apparent to everyone that the rate of sudden and unexplained mental illness is way beyond acceptable levels, even for Mars. They're derogatorily being called sub-delts up here, and I have a feeling this attitude will spread to other parts of the UAC. End of log.
Emergency power only. All Delta operations suspended.
This is the audio log of Robert Price, Delta Operational Director in charge of personnel, recruitment, evaluation, and placement. Disciplinary Action Report 40C-8, responding to Mars City Administration request. Delta Labs 1 is currently addressing a problem concerning theft of security equipment. 4 members of the security detail assigned to the Delta Labs have been reprimanded with 3 others under investigation. It seems caches of weapons, armor, and ammo have been discovered in various places throughout the Delta Labs. We've located some of the missing equipment and have information that we hope will lead us to more. I have a team investigating storage room 21D with security code 298, where I've learned stolen items may be located. I hope to recover all items and find all personnel responsible.
Systems down.
End of log.
Emergency power only. All Delta operations suspended. Emergency power only. All Delta operations suspended. Watch us. Emergency power only. All Delta operations suspended. 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 Warning. Reactor core offline. Follow safety procedure. Orange. Warning, reactor core offline. Please follow safety procedure, orange. Video link-up requested. Connection established.
Green, this is Kelly. If you're watching this, you're tougher than I thought. I guess things aren't always what they seem.
Warning.
Plans have changed. Delta Complex 1's been compromised. You're not safe there.
Orange.
I'm moving to Secure Service Tunnel 1. It's not far from your position. We'll meet there.
Warning, reactor core offline. Please follow safety procedure, orange. Warning, reactor core offline. Please follow safety procedure, orange. Warning, reactor core offline. Please follow safety procedure orange. Follow safety procedure orange. Warning, reactor core offline. Please follow safety procedure orange.
Your friends are with me now.
Warning, reactor core offline.
Join them.
Please follow safety procedure orange. Warning, reactor core offline. Please follow safety procedure Please follow safety procedure orange. Warning, reactor core offline. Please follow safety procedure orange. Reactor core offline. Please follow safety procedure orange. Warning, reactor core offline. Please follow safety procedure orange. Warning, reactor core offline. Please follow safety procedure orange. Attention. Reactor core online.
This is the audio log of Medical Supervisor Peter Raleigh, dated October 29th, 2145. We have exhausted all known forms of drug treatment in hopes of finding a way to abate this strange outbreak of dementia, and I have yet to receive any additional data from the psychiatrists back on Earth. Options are quickly dwindling. Approximately 80% of all extraplanar participants exhibit signs of mild neuroses within the first 48 hours after returning from their expeditions. Within 72 hours, 75% of patients exhibit extreme signs of paranoid delusion and violence. We have isolated these cases in hopes of finding the pathogen. As yet, we can find no biological contaminants that would lead to such drastic changes in cognitive processing. It seems that whatever this pathogen is, it attacks higher brain functions and only leaves more basal functions in the lower brain stem. We've witnessed that a high percentage of subjects lose ability for rational thought and communication skills, and then the physical changes become evident. Subjects in this group appear to atrophy. Skin pales, muscles become slack, bone, teeth, and fingernails become almost translucent, veiny sinews of their former selves. I have never seen anything like this in my career. Our observations continue. This is the audio log of Medical Supervisor Peter Raleigh, dated November 1st, 2145. Patient 0432, a Private Steve Jensen of the UAC Darklight Armor Corps Division, expired today at 15:43 of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. This is approximately 110 hours after his return from expeditionary missions. Private Jensen was suffering from paranoid delusions and full-blown dementia. Treatment was unsuccessful. He was the last surviving member of his outfit. 4 other squad mates, who also came back with Private Jensen, expired from injuries suffered on that last mission shortly after their return. Before his death, Private Jensen was heard screaming in both English and other languages, something about demon hordes feasting on our souls. The other language was later discovered to be Aramaic. Due to security concerns in the area, I've secured some armaments within my office.
Making progress, Marine? Your journey is futile. You will die, and your soul will be mine.
There. Oh, thank God. You're not one of them. I thought everyone else was gone. I was part of this. I helped them. The madness of opening to another dimension. Look, we don't have much time. We let it through. The evil, the protective stabilizer on the portal just failed after Betruger took the device. It was an artifact we had found in the ruins. He took it into the portal, and hell followed him out. You have to help me first. I'm going to try to get the teleporter systems running again. The areas are destroyed around us, so it's the only way through this part of the complex. You need to find me a working plasma inducer. It's all I need to get the teleporter working. You can look for it in operations. I have a security clearance. I'll unlock some doors for you. There. We don't have a lot of time. Please, hurry.
Decontamination process started. Decontamination complete. Have a nice day. Decontamination process started. Decontamination complete. Have a nice day.
Don't have much time. Get that plasma inducer, quickly!
Decontamination process started. Decontamination complete. Have a nice day. Decontamination process started. Decontamination complete. Have a nice day. Warning. Halon systems active. Access denied.
Medical report 16-8, dated November 2005. Patient 0. Private Jensen was suffering from paranoid delusions and full-blown dementia. Treatment was unsuccessful. Initial psychiatric interviews suggested only mild psychosis.
Pylon systems deactivated.
Audio log for Phil Wilson, medical technician, Delta Labs, October 20th, 2145. Today I witnessed the third test of the teleporter in the 3 weeks that I've been here. The volunteers are becoming harder and harder to come by. It's difficult to see why. They all come back screaming like loons about demons, pools of blood. Real fire and brimstone stuff. At first I wasn't paying much attention, just doing my job, but the last was Robert Clayton. Now, I met him my first day here. This guy chews up rocks and spits out gravel, as tough as they come. Having to sedate him and drag his drooling body to the isolation, it's really freaked me out. I'm gonna put in for a transfer as soon as I'm able.
As requested, the following is my initial feedback on my first trip through the portal. Private First Class Frank Cinders, dated October 15th, 2145. I don't know exactly where to begin. Obviously, I survived the first trip and feel no worse for the wear. I'm not feeling any of the symptoms reported by the others who have gone in before me, but I'm at a point where I'm still trying to process everything. Thankfully, the place looks deserted and devoid of any life, but flames, heat, and stench. It smells of death, decay, and burnt flesh. Tomorrow we're going back in with some of the ACATs, Science Division, to start securing forward positions, and we expect to start sending out the mapping droids at the same time. I must admit on a personal note that I've got a really bad feeling about this. I don't understand what we're doing there or what we hope to prove. PFC Cinders, signing off.
Excellent. That will get the teleporter working again. And you don't have much...
Decontamination process started. Decontamination complete. Have a nice day. Systems activated. Teleportation will commence in T-minus 3, 2, 1.
Interesting. Ah, you surprised me. I'm glad to see you. I would have hoped they would have sent more than just one guy, though. I've been studying one of the specimens we brought back to see if there's something physiological that would be a weakness, a way to stop them. I found nothing so far. Haven't had enough time.
Welcome to the Delta Complex Stasis Chamber. This facility was constructed to house and study the extra-dimensional beings which were recovered during some of the first... Hello? Anyone there? Someone up there? What you see before you is a relic codenamed U1, or simply Soul Cube. It was discovered in 2104, located in a geographic region. Lost civilization. We know nothing of this civilization. Wiped out in some type of cataclysmic event, according to what we've been able to decode from stone tablets found throughout the ruins. What clues we have been able to piece together reveal a culturally advanced society.
This is the audio log of Research Director Larry Bowman, October 19th, 2145. I've been examining the glyphs on the cube-shaped artifact, which some are calling the Soul Cube, and combined with previous research data, it is my conclusion that the device is some sort of weapon.
What you see before you is a relic codenamed U1, or simply Soul Cube. It was discovered in 2104, located in a geographic region where UAC researchers have unearthed evidence of a long-lost civilization. We know nothing of this civilization other than they existed, and that they were all wiped out in some type of cataclysmic event, according to what we've been able to decode from stone tablets found throughout the ruins. What clues we have been able to piece together reveal a culturally advanced society whose technology can only be described as mystic, as evidenced by U1's strange characteristics. Efforts to further examine U1 have been futile. Mass spectrometer and radiation scanning methods have failed to provide reliable identification of the molecular makeup of this artifact. The object cannot be weighed, and in all tests we've been unable to determine its mass. All attempts to physically manipulate or open the artifact have been met with no success. We also have had no success in deciphering the symbols adorning U1. What we do know is that the thermographic readings are constant, unwavering temperature of 98.8 degrees Fahrenheit. Our research continues, and we hope that with continued investment and research, we can, one day soon, learn to exploit the technologies that make up U1.
bridge.
Access granted.
This is the personal audio log of Dr. Frank Serrano, dated September 19th, 2145. I've been brainstorming on Vitruvi's thoughts about achieving sustained, uninterrupted transfers from teleportation. Currently, our systems can only build enough of a charge to have the portals open for approximately 10 to 15 seconds. It's enough time to get a team through, but not enough time to send in some of the heavier equipment. Engineering in the Inpro facility informed me that we can theoretically boost the active portal time to 45 seconds quite easily. But this will require rerouting power from central processing, and we just can't afford the downtime. The power requirements for this system are astronomical. We're sucking power from 3 veins in Inpro just to power Chamber 1. I have no idea how we can sustain transfers for longer than 60 seconds without giving serious thought to reorganizing the teleport power grid. I'll sleep on this. This is Dr. Frank Serrano signing off.
Destroy him!
Decontamination chamber sequence initiated.
This is the audio log of Administrative Assistant Han Lee, dated October 16, 2145. Why is it that I keep getting the crummy jobs? Armor Corps 1st Platoon and 1st Science Team were completely wiped out this morning on their 2nd excursion. And I am the one charged with writing up the reports and sending this information back to Earth next of kin. So here I am. First cup of coffee for the day. 5 hours of sleep tonight. No shower. And I have 20 dead bodies to fill out paperwork. Seen actual corpses, but word coming down from the grapevine says that it looks like they have been hacked up pretty good. Everyone on the base spooked. The Kruger is nowhere to be found, and there are a lot of questions being asked with no answers from anyone.
Decontamination process
Suiting
started.
the next outfit with the new BFGs. Sounds like they weren't taking any chances on this next trip with them packing
Have a nice
kind of
day.
firepower. This is the audio log of Administrative Assistant Han Lee, dated October 20th, 2145. Well, just when I thought this job couldn't get much worse, it did. Delta scientists sent another group of researchers through the portal 2 days ago, and they failed to return at their scheduled time. Radio transmissions to the research party have gone unanswered. Even our LZ tracking systems can't find them. We fear they're dead. Losing lives is one thing, but losing our proprietary technologies is another. The team was equipped with the newest BFG weaponry. We fear those guns may have fallen into the hands of those that killed them. We don't know who or what is behind that portal, but until we find out where our guns are, I suggest we suspend operations for the day. Thank you. End of log.
Please select teleport destination. Pad 1 selected. Pad 2 selected. Pad 1 selected. Pad 2 selected. Decontamination process started. Decontamination complete. Have a nice day.
My patience with you is wearing thin. Look around you, Marine. Everyone is dead, and soon you will join them.
Access granted. Warning. Chamber malfunction. Please select teleport destination. Pad 2 selected. Pad 3 selected. Decontamination chamber sequence initiated. Decontamination process started. Primary system failure. System shutdown. Backup systems online.
Stop him!
Maintenance personnel needed in Chamber 3. Pad 1 selected. Pad 3 selected. Pad 2 selected. Pad 4 selected. Pad 1 selected. Pad 3 selected. Pad 2 selected. Pad 1 selected.
Making progress, Marine? Your journey is futile. You will die, and your soul will be mine.
You will never find the thing you seek. It is trapped in hell forever.